Good morning, everybody. Paul Boyko here from Visions of Canada, and I'm here with my friend Bob Ackerman from Bob Ackerman's Golf Academy. Our topic in this portion of the show is going to be about helping you get your body ready for golfing. And this is so important because as you're getting back to the basics in the golfing, and you've organized to get your mindset in, but after the long winter time and Christmas and the food, and people just don't get a chance to get out because of the coldness, and their body's not ready. Bob, what is the first common mistake that people make going out to the golf course for the very first time? Then they hurt themselves, and then they can't enjoy our premium 4 or 5 months in golfing.
They don't warm up correctly. Golf's a rotation sport, which means that there's a lot of twisting or turning. And so when you get to the golf course, you've been driving in the car, you've been sitting down, you're looking straight ahead. Well, when you get out of that car, you walk out to the practice tee, or if you don't have time to hit some balls when you warm up, you have to make sure that you do these, you have to loosen up. And the best way to do that is just to lay a club across your shoulders and then turn your back to the target and then turn your belt buckle to the target, and do that without hurting yourself enough so that you don't strain your back. That's a very common injury in golf, and if you have a bad back, you're reduced to just slapping at the ball with your hands and your wrists, and that never works in golf.
No. So, because, realistically, when it comes to golfing, I know that I'm going to get out golfing a few times this year, and I've only been lucky enough to get out maybe once or twice a year. And I when I worked out at the gym, we worked out with this bar that I put on my shoulders, and I really enjoyed working with that because I would take my body and turn it back and forth. And this is a simple, basic exercise that a person can go down to the local equipment place and tell them they want to get one of these exercise bars, put on their shoulders, twist their body back and forth, and then bend down and touch their toes, just so that they take some of that strain off their back. Because realistically, when you hit that golf club right into the ground and you don't know what you're doing, that's really got to cause a lot of issues with your back.
Right, and it wrecks your swing because now you don't want to hit the ground. And so the next common error besides cutting across the ball with an out-to-in swing is it's called a chicken wing, where you pull your arms up into your body because you're afraid to hit the ground. And so this worrying about that creates an out-to-in chicken wing scoopy type swing, which produces these high weak shots that go to the right. And if you're not afraid of hitting the ground, which is every time the ball is on the ground, you need to hit the ground and take a divot. All right?
That's what you see.
You need to be in shape.
That's what you see on TV with the pros.
Oh, sure. What I do too, I have a simple 10-minute yoga routine called the sun salutation that I've been doing for over 20 years. I've been doing yoga before yoga became popular because it appealed to me. It's something I could do before I teed off when I played golf. It's something I can do before I get in an airplane in an airport.
Makes sense.
It's something that I do, and I've done it in parking lots. I've done it at gas stations when my car's getting filled up. If I'm on a long road trip going to a tournament and I have to get some gas, I'll stop and I'll do this sun salutation for 10 minutes, and it keeps me flexible. It keeps me loose. It's this environment that we live as working people. Most of the time we're sitting, and so I do my yoga routine to offset that. I also walk when I play golf.
Where did you learn this from?
I got it out of a book called Perfect Health by Deepak Chopra. It just was simple. It didn't cost me anything. The price of a book. I do it in my bedroom every morning. It takes me 10 to 12 minutes to do it. And my body now tells me that I need to do that every day. It's just part of that consistent approach to golf. And I've been lucky. I've never had any back problems.
So everybody I know has some kind of back issue. And that's what you hear all the time. They pick up a box the wrong way, they do too many things the wrong way, and they're always complaining about their back. So let's just think about this now. The person is getting ready for golfing. They're thinking about it now. They're sitting at their house right now. They're enjoying a cup of coffee or tea, and they're listening to us talking about getting ready for golf. Again, getting that body ready, making sure that their weight is good. Get out, do some walking, correct? Simple,
Absolutely.
Basic walking. Because how many yards are you walking on a golf course after 18 holes?
Right, it's a 4 to 5 hour walk out there, and if you should really walk, it's more. You'll play better if you walk when you play golf. I'm a big advocate of walking, and I have no problem with golf carts. People want to ride in a golf cart, that's perfectly okay with me. But I always walk when I play golf, and even if I have a bad day score-wise when I play golf, if I walk, I still think and feel good about what I did. I got something out of it.
Right. So the real basic part of being prepared for the golf game, when it's coming up. So we're not telling people to go join expensive gyms right away. If they want to, that's their choice. But one is walking, right? Two
Correct.
is exercising the body from right to left, up and down, and
Right.
work with the back. And then
Right.
third of all, are you going to put an article on your website about this yoga routine?
Yeah, I could, sure.
Yeah, maybe
absolutely.
the basic-
It's so simple, it's so easy, and it's so effective. It's just something you have to do on a regular
Or
basis.
they can contact a local yoga place, right?
Yeah, and any kind of exercise program's okay. It's just what fits your schedule. It's really hard for golfers that have jobs, that have families, that have other interests to put in the time to make their games better than, say, a touring pro who does nothing but play golf year-round. And so if you're going to compete against a touring pro that can play golf year-round and has access to all this time to improve his body and his mind and his swing and his equipment, you have to outsmart that player.
Right.
You have to be very thoughtful about the time that you do have available to work on your body, work on your mind, work on your equipment, and work on your golf swing, and to create an environment that's going to make you a better player. And so if you don't have the luxury of having to play 30 tournaments a year and travel around all these beautiful places, if we've got a 5.5, 6 month season, then you have to be smart, okay? And the first thing you should do is get good advice. Pay for good advice. It'll save you money in the long run.
It only makes sense because it comes back down to the same thing with our eyeglasses.
Same thing.
Same thing.
When you talk about your body, your eyes give you invaluable information about how your body moves through space.
Makes sense.
It's called proprioception. And when you swing a golf club, you need to keep both eyes on the ball. I've got a video on Paul's website that explains that. So there's a scientific reason why you need to keep both eyes, not just one eye, but both eyes on that ball, so that you can tell where your hands and your arms and the club are when they go out of your field of vision. And that is critical to improving your golf game. And if you have to have good vision to see that. So you need quality eyewear. And get it from Paul.
And people don't know that there's really a difference between their office eyeglasses and their everyday glasses. So what we do is we actually make eyeglasses for people so that they can actually see that golf ball on the ground. So think about this now. Imagine yourself, these people are at their house now, they're listening to us, and they think, you know what, maybe I'll go out and get this exercise bar, and I'll start getting out for the walks and getting prepared. Like you said, if you get out in the walks in the colder weather, when the nicer weather comes out, you're really going to appreciate it more, even more at the same time.
So will your dog.
Yeah, and of course your yoga routine. And if they organize to be able to see better at the same time, doesn't that come right back down to the basics, the consistency, and what the whole idea what golfing is really all about?
Right. Golf's all about having fun.
It is all about having fun, and and enjoying the people that you're with in golfing. And I think as we do the golfing, let's get back to this part. The body in golfing is basic.
Let me describe what fun is in golf. Excuse me. Fun is when you beat your buddies, when you play them, okay? Fun for me as a tournament golfer is when that check comes in the mail, okay? When they hand me the trophy and they take my picture and they put my picture on the internet for being the winner. That's what's fun,
And that's preparation.
It's all about preparation. Fun for me is not laughing and joking and giggling and eating and drinking while I'm playing golf. That's fine, okay, for that type of golfer. But for me, I'm a tournament golfer. And that's what I get a lot of satisfaction out when I come in first. Okay?
And you can't push yourself if you're not prepared.
It's all about preparation.
It's all about
you have to get the edge on the competition.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a minute break here now. And we want to thank you for listening into our show. We are going to be still here for another half an hour. But when Bob and myself come back, we're going to be talking about equipment and technique.
Right. I'm going to tell you what the real secret to the golf swing is.
And it's going to be here. So stay tuned. We'll be back in 1 minute. And thanks for listening in.